Someone get Iger on the phone. Shares of Disney selling off right now. They're down about 3%. Emily McCormick, this is their investor day. What's going on?
Well, Adam, we are seeing shares of Disney falling today, but we should note that the stock did hit a record high of more than $200 a share just yesterday. So a little bit of some give back there. But taking a look at what Disney actually announced at its annual shareholder meeting today, some really staggering numbers with Disney Plus, its flagship streaming service. Now, Disney Plus has now surpassed 100 million subscribers. That is a notable landmark, noting that this is actually coming just 16 months after that streaming service launched in November of 2019. So really, this has really been explosive growth for Disney Plus. We think about the course of 2020 and the pandemic, and just that boom in demand for streaming services that we have seen. Now, Disney Plus is still smaller than larger competitors like Netflix, which boasted just under 204 million subscribers globally as of the end of last year. But again, really underscoring this massive growth that we're seeing in this platform. Now, the other thing I want to highlight from Disney's Investor Day today is the fact that the company is aiming to open its California-based theme parks. So that's California Disneyland, as well as Disney California Adventure at the end of April. Now, note that the state actually did say that theme parks and resorts could reopen April 1st, although CEO Bob Chapek did note that it would take a couple more weeks for staff to return from their furloughs, to be retrained and be able to practice in accordance with state guidelines and actually have these theme parks up and running. So overall, some good news from this annual shareholder meeting, although we are seeing Disney shares under pressure today.
Emily, we've also heard Disney lay out some pretty ambitious plans when it comes to their content. Where do they stand on that? Because we know that's so important here as they try to keep this momentum going when it comes to numbers of subscribers.
Absolutely, Sean. And that's something that Chapek underscored during today's meeting. He really said that this is the number one priority for Disney, is getting growth up and running here at Disney Plus and continuing this momentum. And the goals that the company has put forward are that they're targeting at least 100 new titles per year to Disney Plus across its various studios. So that includes Disney Animation, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic. So really a pretty lofty content goal here, but when it has to compete with the likes of Netflix, with HBO and with some of these other platforms, certainly a good area to be prioritizing. And then finally, I also want to reiterate a couple of those goals that Disney had laid out back in December, which is that the company noted that it expects to have between 230 million and 260 million global subscribers by the end of fiscal 2024. So Disney has still maintained these targets heading into today's meeting. So we'll see whether they're able to hit those in the next several years. Adam and Shauna.